Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you something pretty cool, how to automatically turn DeFi yield data into engaging Twitter threads. We'll use Ponder to generate detailed reports on DeFi Llama yields, then set up a complete automation that posts to Twitter weekly without any manual work. By the end of this video, you'll have a system that researches yield opportunities, analyzes trends, and shares insights with your audience, all while you sleep. Let's dive in. Quick note, you'll need accounts for Ponder, N8N, and Twitter API access. You'll find the N8N workflow in the description below to just copy it. We'll start on the main Ponder dashboard. First, I'm selecting DeFi Llama yields right from this main page. For those new to DeFi, DeFi Llama tracks yield opportunities across different protocols. Think of it as a search engine for earning rates on your crypto. Right here, I'm also setting the schedule to weekly and selecting the API delivery option. This ensures our report is generated every week and ready to be queried by our N8N workflow. Now I'll enter my prompt. I'm asking for a weekly analysis of stablecoin yields, focusing on performance changes and trends over the last 7 days. This gives our AI clear instructions for what to research and analyze. Then I'll submit the report request. This generation process typically some to 3 minutes, so I've fast-forwarded to the results. Understanding the report outputs. Once generated, we land directly on the report preview page. Now let's look at the different output formats available. By default, we see the email view. This creates a clean, readable HTML format that gets sent to subscribers automatically. Next, I'll switch to the Markdown view. This format is incredibly useful for feeding information into large language models, like the one we'll use to create our Twitter threads. And finally, the JSON format. This provides the raw, structured data, which is perfect for feeding directly into applications. Here's the key point. Because we set a schedule on the main screen, all this data updates automatically and becomes available through Ponder's API using our authentication. That's what powers our automation. Connecting to the API for automation, we need 2 pieces of information. First, the report ID located at the top of the page. This tells the API exactly which report we want to access. Next, we need an API key for authentication. I'll navigate to the API key section and create a new key. I'm naming this key N8N since that's where I'll be using it. It's very important to copy this key now, as you won't be able to see it again. To understand how to use this, let's quickly look at the API documentation. Here in the reports API section, we can see the exact endpoints we need. There's one to list a report's past executions, and more importantly, endpoints to get the latest report content in either Markdown or JSON format. Building the N8N workflow now, let's jump over to our N8N workflow. This is where the magic happens. Think of this as a series of connected steps that run automatically. The workflow starts with a schedule trigger that runs weekly. Then it makes an HTTP request to the Ponder API to get a list of all the report's past execution. In the next node, we get the ID from the last execution in that list. Then a second HTTP request uses that specific execution ID to pull the full report content in Markdown format. For both requests, I've added our API key in the headers for authentication. The output of that request is then fed into an AI agent. I've given it a prompt to act as a DeFi social media specialist and convert the report into an engaging Twitter thread. It takes the raw Markdown and transforms it into a structured series of tweets with proper hooks, clear explanations, and relevant hashtags. Finally, that structured output from the AI is passed to a series of Twitter nodes. The first node posts the opening tweet, and the following nodes post the replies, creating a complete thread. And here's our automated Twitter thread, live on Twitter. Data-driven, professionally written, and posted automatically every week. This system now runs completely hands-off. Every week it researches current yields, analyzes trends, and shares insights with your audience. And that's how you automate DeFi content creation. We've built a system that goes from raw data to published content without any manual intervention. Thanks for watching.